participation of a child dressed as V.D. Savarkar in a Kerala school during Independence Day celebrations in Malappuram. Ashwin joins us live on this story. Ashwin, why should they be objecting to a child play acting a freedom fighter like Veer Savarkar? What were their objections? Please tell us. All right, I think we'll connect with Ashwin. Essentially, these are pictures coming in from Malappuram where after a child portrayed or play acted the role of Veer Savarkar during the Independence Day festivities, now SDPI and Muslim Youth Organization is objecting to the same and protesting. Can be seen in the pictures outside the school. Let's go to Ashwin reporting live. In fact, over the phone actually. Ashwin, please tell us why were they objecting to Veer Savarkar being play acted by a child? After all, he's a freedom fighter. He was a freedom fighter. Indira Gandhi praised him. And we have memorials for him. We have his portrait in the Parliament of India. Why should these people be objecting to Veer Savarkar being played by a child?
Abhishek, that's exactly what many nationalists would ask. In Kerala, we often see that anything to do with Savarkar is often chided, insulted, and even not allowed in the way that even children are forced not to even get inspired by the legacy of people like Savarkar, somebody who has been in jail for India for over 3,000 days. Now what we see, what has happened in a government school in Malappuram, which was commemorating the 75 years of India's independence, they had selected 75 freedom fighters, and all of these children were dressed as different freedom fighters. You can see Subhash Chandra Bose, you can see many leaders, including the top leaders of the freedom fighters, and in that one child had dressed himself as Veer Savarkar. This was all done by the school authorities themselves, but that has now landed the school into a huge trouble as the Muslim Youth League, which is the youth wing of the Muslim League, the Congress Party, as well as the Youth Congress workers and the SDPI have all come together against this once the videos and the footages came out of this celebration, stating that V.D. Savarkar, who has allegedly, as per them, has worked for the British. In fact, that is the kind of line these protesters are taking, saying that his name should not have come in the list of freedom fighters. Not only that, the school authorities were also founded. The activists went into it, and also now the current demand is the teacher who was held, who was in charge of this entire spectacle, has now been put in a dock, and they are demanding that this teacher action must be taken against this particular teacher. Something unusual but not surprising from the state of Kerala.
All right. Thank you so much, Ashwin, for joining us. That's all we had in 6:30 p.m. live in Breaking for the biggest story of the day's biggest story tonight with Niranjan Narayan-Swamy from our Mumbai studios. Over to you, Niranjan.
Thank you for that, Abhishek. On the biggest story tonight, the big scare off the coast of Raigad as a yacht with AK-47s, 3 of them inside a rifle case was found. There was a scramble. Seems like the situation is under control, but there are many questions that continue to arise. Thank you for that, Abhishek. Let's get started with the biggest story tonight. The AK-47 boat mystery in Raigad, Maharashtra. Telling you more about the unmanned yacht that caused a panic for several hours. Situation is under control. Abandoned in June reaches Raigad, Maharashtra with 3 AK-47s today. Maritime security firm confirms that they have secured the yacht. Some in the Indian agencies say that they've matched the numbers of the AK-47. Fadnavis, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, does not confirm or rule out a terror angle for now. A Savarkar storm from Karnataka to Kerala. Is it a planned campaign by some, including the SDPI? The SDPI, which sparked it in Karnataka, has raised it even in Kerala now. Shocking declaration in the Supreme Court. It emerges that the maker of Dolo 650 spent nearly 1,000 crore rupees in freebies to doctors so that they could prescribe Dolo 650 to patients. Thank you for joining us on the biggest story tonight, starting with the pictures from Raigad in Maharashtra of a 16-meter long yacht. In fact, let's show you the map of where this yacht came from, how it landed up on the shores of Raigad, and what are the questions that remain in our minds as we look at this entire incident. A 16-meter long yacht, it was owned by an Australian woman, drifts to Raigad coast near Mumbai. But the government, some of the agencies are ruling out a terror angle. In fact, they say we are not ruling out, but we are neither confirming it. Neither confirming nor ruling out a terror angle. 3 AK-47 rifles were found aboard in a rifle case. The Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who also holds the home portfolio, has informed the State Assembly that the naval vessel owner was an Australian woman whose husband was its captain, saying that as of now there is no terror angle, but investigation is on, saying that they can't rule out any terror angle as of now. He said, that is Fadnavis said, he's only sharing the primary information. The police in Raigad and the anti-terror squad in Maharashtra are investigating the case. They're already in Raigad. Now this yacht, which is 4 meters wide, was on its way to Europe from Muscat in Oman in June. So in June, it drifts to inclement weather. And the Australian couple abandoned it after engine trouble, we are told. The yacht had last sailed from Dubai in June 2022. Now in June, with 3 crew and 5 passengers on board, so total 8. On the 26th of June, we are told the yacht had raised a distress call on account of bad weather in Oman. And on the 27th of June, a Korean naval vessel called ROKS Daejeong of Combined Task Force 151 had rescued all personnel and the yacht was under tow. En route passage, the tow breaks, following which the yacht with arms consignment on board was adrift. Security agency Neptune Maritime Security has now confirmed the serial numbers of the missing AK weapons as same as discerned in the yacht. According to agencies, we are hearing that the details are available, or rather were available, with the MRCC or the Coast Guard in Mumbai. Let's go across to Alisha, joining us with the details. Let's show you the map once again, Alisha, as I come across to you. Let's go across and get our viewers what happened. There are many questions. How is it, Alisha, that if the boat or this yacht went adrift in June, how is it that nobody discovered, raised an alarm, raised any question? It just lands up on the shores of Raigad with AK-47s on board.
Well, Narendra, that is the only question that has been ongoing and been everyone asking about it, because it's a very important to know at this point of time, because if the boat was capsized on 26th of June and now it comes toward the Konkan coast, it's the only question that has been raised. How come there were no alert that was given to any of the guards, Coast Guard, or the information has not been received to the concerned authorities. So that is the part of investigation now, where the agency has been looking into it, and we also had a word with our sources in agency who clearly mentioned that this is the main part now. They have been investigating. How come it's been 2 months now, but there were no information about this same boat that is Lady Han over that has been capsized. That was capsized in month of June, but now there were no information over the seas, and now it has came to the coast to the Konkan coast with the AK-47 in it. That was not only one, but there were 3 AK-47. So, which is why the local ATS, which has already reached to the spot, and they have been now recording the statements of the locals there. Their fisherman who has spotted spotted the boat first at Harireshwar beach. So, well, that is where the case will be registered, is what we have been told. Local police is also investigating into the matter. Maharashtra Police Crime Branch, ATS, and also National Investigation Agency is also en route to Raigad, where the boat has been seized, and the AK-47, the 3 rifles, has been recovered by the police.
Thank you for that. Here's what the Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said on this incident.
इस बोट का नाम लेडी हान है। इसकी मालिक एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन महिला है। उस महिला के पति इस बोट के कप्तान है और ये बोट मस्कत से यूरोप की ओर जा रही थी और करीब 26/6/2022 को इस बोट का इंजन ये खराब हुआ और बोट पर जो लोग थे उन्होंने एक डिस्ट्रेस कॉल दिया। कोरियन नेवी की बोट आसपास थी। उस कोरियन नेवी के शिप ने इन सभी लोगों को रेस्क्यू किया और रेस्क्यू करने के बाद उनको ओमान को सुपुर्द किया। उस समय हाई टाइड होने के कारण इस बोट को उसका टोइंग नहीं किया जा सका और हाई टाइड के कारण ये बोट ड्रिफ्ट होते हुए श्रीवर्धन की तरफ आई और श्रीवर्धन के किनारे पर आकर लगी। भारतीय कोस्ट गार्ड ने इस सारी चीज़ों की पुष्टि की है। फिर भी हमने अभी तक हाई अलर्ट रखा हुआ है और नाकाबंदी भी शुरू है क्योंकि फेस्टिवल का सारा सीज़न चल रहा है। ऐसे समय कोई भी रिस्क नहीं ली जा सकती, इसलिए सबको अलर्ट पर रखा है, किंतु अब बोट के बारे में पुख्ता जानकारी हमारे पास आ गई।
आज जो हमें प्राइमरी इंफॉर्मेशन जो मिली है उस मुताबिक रायगढ़ जिले के श्रीवर्धन तालुका में हरिहरेश्वर और भरड़खोल गांव के उस परिसर में कुछ बोट्स ये जो रायगढ़ पुलिस यंत्रणा है या कोस्टल की यंत्रणा है उन्हें वहाँ पर मिले। उसमें कुछ हथियार है, कुछ कागज़ है, लेकिन ये पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन जो है वो कॉन्क्रीट नहीं है, प्राइमरी है। अभी वहाँ पर जो भी इंक्वायरी शुरू है वो लोकल जो पुलिस की टीम है या फिर रायगढ़ की पुलिस टीम है उनकी तरफ से हो रही है। मैंने यहाँ पर सम्माननीय राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री महोदय और उप मुख्यमंत्री महोदय उनसे रिक्वेस्ट की है और उनसे यहाँ पर हमने डिमांड की है कि इसमें ATS की या फिर स्टेट एजेंसी की एक स्पेशल टीम अपॉइंट होनी चाहिए अर्जेंट बेसिस पे। इस पूरे मामले की इंक्वायरी होनी चाहिए। और दूसरी बात जो है वो नागरिकों की सुरक्षा है। कल एक बड़ा उत्सव जन्माष्टमी और गोपालकाला का उत्सव है। 8-10 दिन में ही गणेश उत्सव है और नागरिक बड़ी तादाद में इस परिसर में आने की जो संख्या होती है वो जो बाकी दिन होते हैं उससे ज़्यादा होती है। तो सिक्योरिटी इज़ द मेन इशू। जो सुरक्षा है वो अभी फ़िलहाल एक महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा है और उस हिसाब से जो एडिशनल पुलिस टीम्स है वो भी वहाँ पर अपॉइंटमेंट उनकी भी होनी चाहिए। अगर रायगढ़ जिले में इन टर्म्स ऑफ सिक्योरिटी अगर वहाँ पर टीम्स एडिशनल स्टेट एजेंसी से या फिर हमारी जो स्टेट की पुलिस एजेंसी उनसे अगर दी जाए तो वहाँ पर जो है लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन मेंटेन होगी, नागरिक सुरक्षित रहेंगे। और इस वक्त राज्य शासन की तरफ से लोगों को यह हामी देनी चाहिए कि वो सुरक्षित है, कोई भी अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट्स होगा नहीं। इस बात की जो अभी दुर्घटना या फिर जो भी ये सब प्रकरण हुआ है या फिर जो भी ये इंसिडेंट्स हुआ है, उससे किसी भी नागरिक को किसी भी तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स या फिर सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज आएंगे नहीं। ये हामी आज ये अश्योरेंस स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से जाना ये बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। सो ये दो डिमांड्स हमने स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की तरफ अभी फिलहाल रखी।